Yes, I hope I'm audible and visible to everyone. A second. All right. I hope we are live and I welcome everyone to this amazing session on Oliveboard regulatory bodies. And today we are going to talk about the finance decoded first class. And आज हम बात करेंगे from the news of finance and we'll talk about various things which have been coming from the world of finances which are really important for your upcoming examination. तो यार एक बार फटाफट से सभी लोग अपनी अटेंडेंस लगा दीजिए. गुड इवनिंग रुद्र, गुड इवनिंग राहुल. वेलकम एवरीवन ऑन द सेशन. एंड अगेन आई वुड लाइक टू रिमाइंड एवरीवन कि अगर आप लोग प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं फॉर द रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज एंड you want to get an extra edge in your examination, then definitely you can go and check out our various courses on Olive Board. And right now we are having exclusive offers, so definitely check out the courses. And वहाँ पर uh, all the faculties are there who will provide you with their excellent guidance in this particular examination. And you can also go and join us on the Telegram channel as well, where you will find out the PDF of these particular sessions. All right. So let's start with the first news that we have on the finance current affairs. That is from the relations between India and Japan. Exactly, guys. So as we have seen that Japan has always been a very good friend of India, and this time they have, and not this time, they have been proving it for since forever. So this help has been given by an investment proposal has been done by the Japan International Cooperation Agency. So on February 2024, they have extended a loan project of 232 billion yen. That is Japanese yen. And if I talk and convert this in INR, then this is 128 billion. So I would like to give you a bit idea of this कि आपको सारे figures याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है. You can just take an average, like take an assumption, because 1 yen is equals to 0.55 INR, so you can convert that also, right? So आप एक फिगर याद कर लीजिए फिलहाल के लिए, या दोनों भी याद कर सकते हैं. So they have extended an ODA loan on 9 projects on 9 different sectors as well. So this agency that is a part of the Japan's official development assistance. So this is the main, actually the main organization which has done this help via Japan International Cooperation Agency, and they've invested this sum on 9 different projects across the various sectors of India. So what you have to take away from this particular information is that first of all you should know that what is an ODA and what is the role of Japan International Cooperation Agency as well. So first, let's talk about the key people who were involved in this particular event. So to formalize this commitment, the notes were exchanged between Vikas Sheel, who is the additional secretary of Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance, Government of India, and Mr. Suzuki Hiroshi, who is the ambassador of Japan to India. So in this particular picture, you can see both of them, both of these figures who have exchanged the notes via the ODA loan. So what you have to take away is that Japan is not helping India for the very first time. They have been doing this ODA loan with India since 1958 in the form of yen loan. And the Japan International Cooperation Agency is a government agency that coordinates with the official development assistance of the government of Japan. So basically, this agency is helping provide these kinds of loans and initiating these loans of the Japan government. As an implementing agency of ODA, so ODA is the party which is providing the loan, and GIC is the party who is implementing agency who is actually implementing these loans. So to contribute to the promotion of international development cooperation, let me tell you one thing, that India is not the only country in which the investments have been done. They have been doing the investment in various projects. So what they do is they try to, first of all, they are helping the community. They're creating the relations, but not only that, you will have to also understand that this is also beneficial for the Japan, because in today or tomorrow when these funds will be initiated in India, then various companies for Japan will also come to India and they will generate money out of it. So definitely this is beneficial for both the countries, and it also addresses the global agenda by supporting the socio-economic development. So this you will read everywhere, and you will the main idea is basically also that they are doing it for the social economic development. But you should also understand that every story has two parts, and this story has the second part, that Japan will also be having the benefit out of it, and that we have been seeing forever. So recovery and economic stability of the developing countries as well. But whatsoever the case may be, it's really beneficial for India. As you can see, the various nine segments in which the projects have been initiated, the money has been initiated. And we have to memorize each every data which is there in the GA. Too many numbers to remember. Yes, what a name, Chappal Chor. Yes, you will have to not memorize each and everything, but you will have to be able to filter all these informations. For example, if I right now what you are seeing on the screen, right now you are seeing various names, various projects, various numbers written on the screen. But what you have to take away from this, you must be knowing that the initial or the overall amount which has been invested both in yen and in INR. You should be able to know the name of the projects in which the amount has been invested upon. But you need not to memorize all these figures and facts that how much money has been initiated to each of the projects that are available on the scheme right now. So you should be able to scrutinize and filter out that what to study and what not to study, and that gets over time. Like if you start collecting the previous year papers, if you start solving the previous year papers, you will get a gist about that how the numbers and facts are actually being used in the examination. Okay, so see, this nine projects include your startup and innovation in Telangana, so they are supporting the startup initiative and the innovations in Telangana. Apart from that, in the construction of Chennai Peripheral Ring Road, they are also investing. Northeast Road Network Connectivity Improvement Project, they are investing upon, that is divided into various phases, phase 7 and phase 3. And in Uttarakhand, they are doing the improvement on urban water supply system, which is a very big need in Uttarakhand right now, because many areas of Uttarakhand are suffering from the shortage of water. So they are definitely helping with the urban water supply system. Apart from that, they're also investing in horticulture in Haryana, and climate change response in Rajasthan, ecosystem services in Rajasthan, establishment of medical colleges in Nagaland, Kohima, and dedicated freight corridor project of phase 1 as well. So if you add up all these amounts, it will come very close to 232 billion rupee yen, which they have invested in these nine projects. So very important information. Apart from that, the another news is that the Goa and World Bank have partnered to launch a blended finance facility for climate resilience. Now, before we decode this, you'll have to understand what is a blended finance facility, a very important terminology, and you will be listening this terminology in various newses as well. Wherever you will see that there is a development happening, any social economic development happening between any two countries or within the country, then this blended finance facility is a very common terminology. Actually, what happens in a blended finance facility, two different parties, one who is actually doing the thing for a philanthropic cause, for the public cause, and the other party who is doing this for a profit cause, they both come together and work on a particular project. Okay, so as you can see in this particular diagram, there is a private capital, a private player, and then there is a development funding that includes public or the government and the philanthropic funders who want to do good to the society. They are not concerned about the money making or the profit making initiative, but they are more concerned about how they can do better for the society. So they both come and put their funds together. One puts their funds in the market rate that is prevailing in the market, and the other puts the fund in a concessional rate which is lower than the market rate. And that actually creates a blended finance facility. Blended means a mixture, a blend of two different cause organizations but for a common goal. So, who are the players who are actually participating in the Goa's climate cause? So basically, the this fund is being generated for supporting Goa's climate goals through a blended finance facility with World Bank. So one party is World Bank, another party is the government of Goa, And the third party is your PFC, which is the Power Finance Corporation. So what does PFC have to do in this? First of all, you should understand that PFC is the playing the role of a private sector or private capital actually. So PFC will provide their fund key projects like a renewable energy. They will be providing their resources on renewable energy, on green hydrogen, on electric vehicle and nature based solutions. So they will be providing their resources, and the World Bank and the government of Goa will be helping in providing the concessional finance rate to this cause. And in that way, both of these parties, actually there are three parties, and even there are more than three parties, we will try to name them as well. So all these parties are actually having a common cause, that is to help in Goa's climate cause. And they all are coming in together for different aspirations, for different expectations from that, but they all are doing this for a common goal. So Goa's role here is to identify and develop the climate projects. So Goa will be identifying and finding out the various areas they have to put this money upon, and promote the policies in the state, as well as facilitate the stakeholder collaboration, and to look after the collaborating parties as well. What's the significance behind this? So the pioneer blended financing facility model in India, this is, as I told you already, this has been prevalent in various sectors already. It aims to attract the private sector investment in the climate initiative. So basically this is basically actually generating also a satisfaction for the investor that the money is being going into a climate cause or a social cause, okay, for a public cause. So it is also making the private sector investment. For example, you must have heard about the green deposits, which was initiated by the RBI. The money was only invested into eco-friendly and sustainable projects. So this gives a sense and a satisfaction that my money is being used for a good cause. So that's one way that blending finance facility is also attracting the private sectors. It is also contributing to India's net zero carbon goals as well. So definitely this is talking about climate. So it will eventually help in the India's goal of net zero. Now, few key information that you have to take away from this is the agreement. When it was signed, it was signed on February 2024 in Goa, and in the presence of the CM of Goa, that is Dr. Pramod Sawant. Collaborating parties, please, this is very important, try to note it down, that who are the various collaborating party. It's not just the PFC, it's not just the World Bank, it's not just the government of Goa, but apart from that, there is also SIDBI and Nabard who will be working together for green financing and energy transition. So all these parties are involved in this blended finance facility, which is going to work onward towards the climate goal of Goa, which is actually an eco-friendly goal. And in this manner, in this blended finance facility, the private sectors are also integrating with the public sectors for a common cause. So that's basically the crux out of all this news. Okay. The next important news is that the common prepaid payment instrument for travel across the country soon will be coming out, says the RBI. So very great initiative taken by the RBI, and currently it's not been issued, but it is going to be done in the coming days. You will see that. So basically, this is saying that the prepaid payment instruments that are in the market, they should collaborate and come towards a common card that will be used to travel across the country. Meaning, with one card, you can actually take your bus ticket, you can take the metro ticket, you can take the train ticket, only with the use of one card. Meaning, it will be a mass transit system. Like, you will be able to use the multiple public transports with just using of one card. Okay, not that one card, but just a single card. Okay, so we will take away the various things which are important from this, as because this is suggested by the RBI, so it is very important. So who can issue the cards? Both banks and non-bank prepaid payment instrument issuers can actually issue this card. Okay, they can provide this card. And what's the purpose? I've told you already. It is for making payment across various public transport. So if you want to travel via metro, bus, train, or waterways, then this will be a very good option. This will be a common card which will be held by you. What is the benefit to the commuters? So it's very easy to understand. If you're having just one card, it will be of very great convenience because it will be a one card for multiple platforms. It's just like one OTT platform for all the movies. That would be so great. So that's why here one card is giving for the public transport of all means will be provided to you. Apart from that, it will also fasten the speed because faster transactions will be done compared to cash. A single card can be very much faster as compared to transferring your money to a different card, or taking the money out of an ATM, or taking the cash to the different counters. That would be really time taking up. Instead, you can use one card and you can use it at any public transport. Apart from that, affordability, obviously, because in such scenarios when you are able to cater multiple areas, the cost also goes down. So no charges for loading or using the card for public transport. Okay, so these charges will be eliminated, and for safety as well, because it will reduce the risk of carrying cash. So these were the basic things, but the most important thing is that what will this card actually have, the features of this card. So the PPI MTS card, PPI stand for Prepaid Payment Issuers Instruments, and MTS stands for Multi Transit System. Okay, so Mass Transit System. Okay, so MTS is for Mass Transit System. I'll in fact write it down. That's the name of the card that the RBI has proposed, and RBI has also given the features that the card will hold. So the first feature is very important, that there will be no KYC verification required for this card. So no need for KYC verification to actually get this card. Second is reloadable. Reloadable means that you will be able to recharge this card again and again. It won't be like, just like imagine your simple Delhi Metro card. You are able to reload it again and again. You can put the money again on that particular card. So it is reloadable. Then there is maximum outstanding balance of rupees 3,000. The max overdraft that this balance can get is rupees 3,000. Like the max outstanding amount. I hope you know outstanding amount balance means that the balance which will be there in a negative balance, a negative amount. So that can be of a maximum 3,000. Apart from that, it will have a perpetual validity. I know many of you are not from the commerce background, so you might not be knowing a perpetual existence or perpetual validity, but it's a very simple concept. It says that something will remain forever. So similarly, this card will not have any expiry date. It will remain forever. Once issued, this card will hold its existence forever or for an unforeseen future. Then we have that no cash withdrawals or refunds or fund transfer will be allowed, which is basically saying that this card will be used for the public transport only. You cannot use it for any other case. Like you cannot withdraw the cash out of this like an ATM or debit card. You cannot do any kind of a fund transfer from this card. Only the card will be used for the transit, only for the transportation only, and that too for the public transport only. Now, the next news and the final news that we have is that the RBI has asked the NPCI to review the Paytm's application for TPAP, which is the third party application provider. So as you already know that Paytm has already been yeah, very good. Yeah, exactly, Tareem. It's a very great initiative, and definitely we'll be seeing these initiatives very soon, and this will be very much beneficial for us as well. Because as a commuter, I have experienced a lot many times that I have to think about it, like from which commute I have to take depending on the resources available. So now this will definitely reduce the costing as well as the speeding up the process of public transport. Now, as we already know that Paytm has already been in the news from since last month, and now we are seeing that the the customers of the Paytm are actually facing problems. So to resolve that, RBI has asked the NPCI to review the Paytm's application for third party application provider. So what's the news all about? NPCI to review Paytm's request for third-party application provider license. Let me tell you, Paytm currently does not hold the license for a third-party application provider. So, like you can see, there are various other companies like or applications like PhonePay or GPay who have a third-party application provider license, but Paytm does not have it right now. So, Paytm's at the rate Paytm UPI handle could be migrated to other banks to avoid disruption. as you already know, payment bank of Paytm has already their license has already been taken upon. So to avoid any disruption, it will be migrated to any other bank. And RBI has also suggested 4 to 5 banks for such scenario. Although recently we have also seen the news that uh, Paytm has partnered with Axis Bank for the particular cause, but definitely RBI has suggested 4 to 5 banks because of high volume transactions. Because definitely this such kind of news create a panic scenario, and in such scenarios there are very high volume traffic. So to counter that, the RBI has said that 4 to 5 banks should be certified for providing the TPAP with partnership to Paytm. So no new users for Paytm UPI. First of all, that was pretty obvious from the RBI that they cannot have any new users for the Paytm UPI. Only existing users can migrate to new handles. So if in future new handles are generated, then only the existing users will be allowed to migrate to that particular platform or particular bank. Okay. Then the RBI directs NPCI to certify 4 to 5 banks for high volume UPI, which is minimizing concentration risk. Exactly what I told you before, that because there would be a high volume in the transactions, so they have proposed to certify 4 to 5 banks. Merchants using the Paytm QR codes may use other PSP banks, which is payment settlement banks. Settlement accounts won't be limited to Paytm payment bank. So because Paytm payment bank has their license has been taken, and therefore different platforms will be provided so that the merchants can again use the QR codes and soundbox. So customers will Paytm payment bank's accounts need to be switched. That was again pretty obvious. They need to switch to another different account. I hope everybody has seen the circular given by the RBI on the FAQs, frequently asked questions on the Paytm clientele. They have clarified all the confusions regarding the switch and the deadline and everything. So if you have not gone through it, definitely comment down and I would bring a video about it. That the different FAQs that the RBI has given and answered all the queries of the customers who were related with the Paytm payment bank account. So they have to find an alternative bank account before March 15. That's the deadline given. Fastag needs alternative arrangements as well. Same deadline with for them, and they have to apply with a different connect with a different bank. Else, after that, even the FAQs strictly says that the money or the balance in that account can be used, but it cannot be recharged again. So they will have to find out a different merchant for Fastags as well, the existing customers of Paytm payment banks. Then the third party application provider license crucial for Paytm's continued operations. So if Paytm wants to continue their operations such as their QR code, their soundbox and the card machines after 15th March, they will have to get this third party application provider license. Else they will have to find out a different bank and partner with that bank who is already having a third party provider license. Now the RBI previously rejected Paytm's payment aggregator license request as well. So this was also rejected by the RBI. And the payment aggregator is a very big platform in which there are you can counter the payment gateways. You can find a payment aggregator in which you can find multiple sources or multiple modes of payment. So that was also taken away from the Paytm payments bank. And last week RBI asked Paytm to shift nodal accounts to Axis Bank, allowed continued operations for some services. So, still currently, the nodal accounts have been transferred to Axis Bank for the Paytm payment, but still, final partnership is yet to be concluded. So, that was the RBI's notification and RBI's direction given regarding the Paytm's application for third party application provider. And I hope all these news were of very important and great use to you. And definitely, we will be expecting questions from these scenarios. Again, I would like to recommend and remind everyone that the paid sessions are already in session. So definitely go and check out our platform Oliveboard, and there you can get various resources, free as well as paid for, which will be helping you in the upcoming examination. So definitely, I hope you will join the Telegram channel as well because we will be sending the PDF there. And do subscribe to our channel, and definitely we will together bring a disruption and definitely get the best results in this upcoming examination. This is Divyanshu Best, and I will see you guys in the next session. Take care. Goodbye. Jai Hind.